Let's f***ing roll. Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Salty Mouth Go podcast. We're excited today to talk about one of the leading beard brands and men's products with Wild Willies. We have Kerry Sebree here and Chris Wilson. So, guys, welcome to the show. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So, love the brand. I mean, obviously, I might be a model for you guys. So, I really
before model.
Yeah, before and after, before and after. But I mean, the following's amazing, and I know you guys kind of really founded this based around ruggedness and men and patriotism. So, let you guys tell me a little bit how you got started, why you did it, what kind of fan base, how much fun it is, because it looks like a shit ton of fun with all the videos you guys are doing.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Kerry or Chris, you're up, guys.
Yeah, so Chris and I met 2013, speaking on stage at a conference, teaching people how to be successful online. We were both on a panel, got to know each other a little bit, had a few cocktails, realized we had a lot in common. Turns out we lived close together. We went on a sourcing trip to China, spent 2 weeks five-star trip to China. Here's what I'll tell you about that.
On a boat.
Tell you a lot about China, but if you're going on a cruise down the Yangtze River in China and it's a 5-star cruise, you got to stay all 5 days to get all 5 stars. That's what
Star day, baby.
Star day. But we almost died a couple times on that trip. It was definitely not 5-star, but we got to spend a lot of time together, and kind of became in a way foxhole buddies, right? Just shared experience, but getting to really know each other on a deeper level. Built a brand together and had a plan for that brand to last, decades. But we had somebody come along and buy it really quickly, sold it and had a non-compete, sitting around thinking, okay, what do we do next? A couple of bearded guys kind of bitching about the quality of products that are out there, that kind of stuff. So we started formulating our own products, put them up online, put them on Amazon. Products did really well, top rated. And Walmart called us and said, hey, we'd love to see what we can do with the beard brand.
That's a phone call that I want for Salty.
We were excited about it, right? So
right time, right place, right?
But we didn't know. We'd been successful doing things online, selling on Amazon. We'd been
Selling
really successful.
products.
Yeah.
But we didn't know anything about big box retail. So we were also at the time managing the online for people who had been in big box retail for years but couldn't spell online, right? We were pretty good at that. So we were managing a bunch of brands. And so we went to those guys and said, hey, Walmart called us and they said, don't get excited. They're going to want to test you in 50 stores for a year. They're going to put margins on you that'll put you out of business. Terrible. We left there kind of dejected, but we took the meeting anyway. Yeah. And we couldn't have had a more opposite experience, because we left the meeting with Walmart. Yeah. They took 3 products from us in 1,900 stores. We did a holiday promotion that sold through 100,000 pieces at 98% sell-through. And we were off to the races. And so the following January, they took 5 products from us in 3,600 stores, and then fast forward to today, we're in 4 categories with almost 30 products and growing with them, and now we're in
CVS and Walgreens and
Bed Bath and Beyond and Best Buy and Kroger and Albertsons and Safeway and everywhere else growing and going into Target and so.
That's amazing.
It's been a good ride.
I've got a tip real quick for the Salty Nation out there. So here's the tip. To the naysayers that always are telling you don't do this or it's going to be bad, don't listen to them. Okay, sorry about that, Kerry, Chris.
That's all right. Sometimes you got to run through a wall, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So don't listen to the people telling you how difficult it's going to be. Just do it. Take the meeting with Walmart next time. So that's awesome. So that's kind of evolved into some other fun stuff, too. I mean, you guys have had a lot of success, which is great. I know that you guys are doing some sponsorships in NASCAR, which is always a good time. I love going to a NASCAR race, and there's a lot of NASCAR fans out there. A lot of bearded NASCAR fans out there, so if you don't have your beard oil, you better get it straight out there, fellas. But so tell me a little bit what that's like.
We got a new T-shirt coming out for the Darlington race, going to be available at Darlington. Shavings for pussies. I think we got 2 audiences there.
Well, Hey, Mom, get out there and get that 18-year-old that shirt. My kids are gonna love it. That's what you get for whatever Mother's Day.
It's a Mother's Day race, so it makes sense.
It's awesome. God, I love this. This is kind of what Salty's about, by the way. So we've had some very tame stuff, but this is really what it's about. So I've watched, online and what you guys are doing. You've got a very loyal fan base, and I know as we're a young brand, so Salty's a young brand, but I would say our core that repeat buy from us, really promote us, really kind of get what we're about. It's really awesome from creating something or finding something to see that, that kind of connection. How's that been with you guys? I mean, I know big bearded Viking dudes, you see a dude with a beard, you're kind of like, oh, I like that blouse if you're a lady, but you're like, oh, dude, I like your beard, so there's kind of a brotherhood around it.
Get the nod.
Yeah, you get the nod. So how's that been just as creating it? It's cool for me to watch.
It's a good question. It's tricky because we were early on, we fell into the same category as everybody else and doing what I would call beard porn. We'd have a great, good-looking guy with his shirt off for some reason, and the decisions we were making creatively was, does he have 3 or 2 girls draped around his leg for no reason, right? Like, what are we doing? And while it brought a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs to the brand, the truth is that they couldn't tell the difference between Wild Willies and everyone else. Yeah. 20 minutes later, they couldn't tell you whose post that was or whose ad it was, right? So it was just a lot of noise, and there's still a lot of beard brands, a lot of people making beard oil in their basement and in their bathtub who are in that space, and there's room for them, and it's fine. But we sat down and kind of had a come to Jesus meeting with ourselves. Okay, who are we really? Yeah. Authentically, who are we? We're a made in the USA brand, a couple of country guys, hard charging, as anti-woke as you can be, right? But really authentically American. So we took the biggest lane we could claim, which is Americana, and authentically own it. That's who we are, right? And so the good news is once you make that decision with your brand and you are who you are, you don't have to think about anything, whether it's on brand or it isn't, because you know who you are at your core.
100%. And that's great advice for anybody building the brand, because I see people try to take us in different genres where we're not, genre. Hopefully the MF in our name pretty much clarifies where we stand on stuff. But
that's for mothers and fathers, right?
Milk Fauclet. I'll give Rob Vach out there the Nilhouse credit for the Milk Fauclet shirt. So, Well, I love that, because I think we are bombarded with a bunch of propaganda bullshit every day. And the reality of it is there's a lot of people that love America and patriotic and, really love the brotherhood and sisterhood and loyalty of what this country is built on. So, I mean, I'm a fan of the brand regardless. I mean, Chris and I have got to know each other a little bit through some other venues. But, I love the brand. I know that I see a lot of user content. Like, that's one thing, like user-generated content gives you authenticity, right? I mean, if it's me, right, and I'm not paid by Wild Willies, and I'm like, yeah, I use this stuff, it's great. We've found that user-generated content really gives you the credibility. Like you're talking about, where you take your genre, you're going to own it. But also the users kind of pass that on. I see that a lot just with some stuff that people are posting around you. Would you say that's true? Or
it's it's so funny, because the truth is, if you look at socials today, user-generated content has really taken on a completely new meaning. It's really fake users generating fake content, right? So people are getting paid to create UGC. Right. It's not user-generated content. Yeah. Okay, that content.
We're not paying our guys.
No, I know you're not, and I don't suggest anybody should do that. I'm just saying that there's a marketing aspect to people are saying, hey, turns out just what you said, UGC is more authentic. Let's figure out how to fake that, right? And if you hire if you hire consultants, here's what they'll tell you. Authenticity is a key. Once you can fake that, you got it made, right? Let's figure out how to fake that and make it look as real as possible. And you go, man, people are smart. Yeah. Okay? You can't fool people. You,
No, you
it
can't.
either is on brand or it isn't on brand.
Well, and you know, authentic is authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless to what the consultants say. I mean, they're looking at the dollar. I mean, you know when someone's authentic. I mean, if you guys got good beards, you know you didn't fake that, right? That's you grew it or whatever, you groomed it, whatever. It's not fake. So I think that from what I can tell and what I've seen about it, it is real, and I think that's why you guys are so successful.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean,
that's
good or
what
bad.
I
We
think.
do shit people don't like. It's still real, right? Like, not everybody's gonna like everything we do. Not everybody's gonna be a fan of the brand. There are people who are not gonna like Wild Willies, our message, our products, whatever. Look, we're not trying to be all things to every man, woman, and child on the planet, right?
Right.
We've got a niche.
Does the circus? I always want to ask you: do you have the circus bearded lady? Is she in your marketing program?
We
She should be.
If you dig into the UGC enough, there's a couple of people posting that can grow a beard. Like, turns out that beard growth shit works, buddy.
We need to bring back the bearded lady, the Wild Willies bearded lady
I like
circus.
it.
Yeah, we need
I
it
like
back. We need the ad. I
like
really
it.
think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Well, what's on the horizon? What do you want to do? I saw the gummies. I don't know. I want to understand what does that mean? Because I think of a gummy, I think a couple things, but I think of like maybe going away for a couple hours.
Gummies,
So what does a beard gummy do? I almost bought some just to see if I could maybe take a trip for a couple hours.
Yeah.
To China on a cargo ship.
You don't want to be on the ship we were on.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So what are the what's? I think it's cool. I just like what's that
So
about?
gummies are just they're good all around multivitamin that's developed for, got a lot of biotin in it, caffeine. Just a really good product that helps your beard grow and gives you that nourishment. It's good for hair, skin, and nails. We developed
it's basically we have a beard growth supplement.
Well, yeah.
And there's just people who don't like taking pills. They prefer a gummy.
Yeah.
The thing about the gummies is, they probably
taste a
take
little
too many
better.
of them, right? They're eating them like candy, so
Yeah, the continuity aspect of it's pretty good.
not bad.
So what happens? Do you look like a Wookiee? Like if I ate like 100 gummies, would I turn into like?
Yeah, we don't suggest that, right? That's not in the directions.
Yeah.
Consult your physician before taking 100.
Yeah.
All right, hey, just have one a day with a gummy.
That's right.
What other products do you guys see like on the horizon that you're interested in? You want to get? I mean, I know I'm a hairy dude, so my brother got me one of these man grooming things, and it broke, and I'm like really sad I can't find it. So I mean, there's probably all kinds of avenues for different products. So you guys kind of constantly looking at new products.
Look, it's really back to, so when you think about authenticity, it's not just authenticity in your marketing and who you are, but really listening to your customers. And so you get a fan base who say, hey, I like the maintenance products. I love the shampoo. I love the conditioner. I like the way it feels. I love the way it makes my beard look. Those things are great, but we get into tools, right? And so the beard straightener became the number one selling item in the market. Just a heated beard brush basically, but it's great for styling, kind of setting that. We've got problem solving things like derma rollers for guys who have patchy spots they can't do. We've got all kinds of things, but we're expanding into
skincare
and body care.
Yep. Natural bar soaps,
We've got
things like that.
I'll tell you a product that the market's really excited about is we've got a daily moisturizer that has an SPF 30 in it, and women are going crazy for it for their guys because every guy out there, your girlfriend or your wife, is bitching about you went to play golf, you didn't wear sunscreen. You went to do the yard, you didn't wear sunscreen because it's greasy and oily and it's nasty.
Well, let's be honest.
But if it's a
Kerry,
daily
we're stubborn as
moisturizer,
shit and we don't care.
Buddy, I'm telling you, there's 100 things I cannot help you with that she's going to bitch at you about. But this one thing I can solve.
Let's be honest, dude. We're just stubborn as shit. That's why we have bearded Vikings and want to eat like raw meat and I don't know, row around on a ship or something.
Yeah. But guys, listen. The reality of it is, guys want. If you're going to build a routine, it's got to be a really simple routine, right? I don't want to. If you tell me I've got this 4 steps, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like this needs to be 2 steps, right?
Yeah,
the third step
effective,
is
right?
I'm walking away from it. If the third step isn't I'm walking away, I'm not interested.
I love it. See, this is real men talk. We got to section Wild Willie's real men talk. So, what do you feel about the Darlington shirt that's coming out?
Yeah.
But well, I would say like I'm so anxious. I really want to do some co-brand stuff with you guys because that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if
to.
y'all knew that we have these golden goats in the Himalayas that we use to milk for our soap. I don't know if you know we had a soap line, but those golden goats are really special milk.
Yeah.
We're
You're only
little goat's milk and a little tiger nut. How about that?
You're only milking the female goats, right?
I don't know. Those monks are doing some weird shit.
Just want to know about goats. If you take them right up to the edge, they'll push back.
I love it. So what's been from the business side? You guys have been around like 7 years now, roughly, right? You started in 2016. So what was kind of like the best highlight for you guys as a company when you thought like, wow, we really have something? Like I told you our moment before when the lady in Costco said, yeah, hey, it's good to see another SALTYmf. That was my moment about a year in that I knew, wow, we had a broader reach. It wasn't just the demographics we thought. That was my moment that I'm like, we're going to be able to take this thing forward. There's going to be something here. Did you have moments like that?
Oh, yeah. We've had a lot of those moments. Yeah. I think, the inking a deal with Walmart was one of those moments. That's a big deal.
We didn't know it at the time, but
walking into a store and seeing your products on the shelf, right? That's cool. There's lots of those moments. Coming up with a concept for something, going through the R&D, creating packaging for it, putting that on the shelf, and then having millions of people buy it and take it home. Those are moments, right?
That's cool.
The first $1 million check came in, right, and that was a moment, right? Yeah. And then just kind of celebrating those things.
Milestones along the way.
Yeah, lots of milestones. There's been other ones. The most recent one that I think of, we had an offer to buy the company. That was one we had to think really long and hard about, but we do well. The company does well. We make money. We're blessed, but to have somebody, a private equity firm, write you an offer that's walk away, life changing money. Let's face it. I'm prone to probably fucking up and exposing myself, right?
I mean, not literally exposing yourself.
Well, there is that.
You say a couple bad words here.
Yeah. But to have, can't screw it up money, right?
Yeah. But I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I mean, since I was 25, basically.
It's because you're unemployable.
Yeah, I'm unemployable, like I told you. My dad gave me good advice, by the way. Hey, if your kid's unemployable, just be honest with him and tell him that he's unemployable. Dad, thanks, buddy, in heaven. But I just, I lost my thought there where I was, but.
I think one of the cool things though about the brand is just being able to give back too. We give to a lot of good charities, and so there's a lot of really that life pulls you to heartstrings kind of stuff that for me when you look at it, all the things we've been able to do, it's really cool.
Yeah, so. And you brought me back to what was most important. I think money's important, and obviously in business, but really I think a good business is you can employ yourself and employ people and still, have enough to go around. A lot of people are trying to sell out, so that makes sense a lot of times when you're at a certain point in your life, or, maybe someone doesn't want to take the business over. But I have more respect for like your comment saying that. I mean, it's great if you made a couple $100 million and you're off on a beach and whatever, but the reality is you're going to get bored fishing, and you guys are business guys and idea guys. And I see a lot of people get out of it and they wish they didn't. They wish they had it back, even though they weren't, multi-millionaires. Yeah. They wish they had that back because there's a certain freedom of driving your own direction in life.
Well, look,
so kudos, by the way.
Thanks. Look, we just assessed it and realized.
We'll get bought tomorrow for like $15 billion.
No, well, $15 billion. I'm out. I don't care. You can take everything I say and $15 billion.
Liar.
All that shit went out the window.
Prepay for the Betty Ford clinic on that one, right?
Let's go ahead and write that check.
Exactly.
I think for us it's more about, we're blessed, right? We were doing well when we launched the brand. This brand has definitely taken it to the next level, but we own 5 or 6 other brands. This has afforded us the ability to kind of become an incubator for other guys that we have the opportunity to kind of help along the way, right? Yeah. And create that to have them kind of come in and be part of our ecosystem and tap into all of our resources and let us kind of shepherd and help them along the way.
That's awesome.
And that's been a little bit turned into more of a mentor program than we intended it to be, but it's something that's really great. And so we're building out that infrastructure, here to kind of lean into that more.
Yeah.
And just give more of that back, right? So that's super exciting. And some of them have been deals that are money-making deals already. So it's not without its rewards, but most of the reward is just to be able to share that with like-minded people and kind of lean into that. We were fortunate enough to be we're about to be featured on the Inc. 5000 for a third year in a row. We're lucky enough to make number 22 on the Inc. 5000. Not a lot of people can say that. And that's brought a lot of attention, but it's a lot of the attention's media attention and financial programs. People want to talk about the success of the business, which is great. But it's the people who've reached out and said, "Hey, I really could use some advice. I've seen what you guys have done, and I admire the brand and I admire what you've built. Can you tell me what you did at this stage?" Yeah. And so trying to really lean into that, because man, there's lots of times when I wish that existed and I could have reached. We could have called somebody and got that advice at that moment. So we're trying to really make that an easy thing to do and create a forum where we can talk to more entrepreneurs and help them.
That's great. I mean, I think reality is that's really life, whether it's business or not, right?
That's right.
I mean, you find somebody that you can give help or assistance and not expect anything back, or sometimes expect something back. Like I said, that goes back to authenticity that we were talking about. I mean, that's authentic, that's real, right? And I think that the more we've introduced people or given them situations where they could get in and be successful and we didn't even want anything. We just knew, hey, I know this person. You know someone that can help someone, right? And if you're that kind of person, company, or whatever, I think sky's the limit. You're going to continue to grow, no matter what you come out with.
I think we say around our shop all the time two things. Good things happen when smart guys get together. Yep. And if you do the right thing, it always pays off somehow, right? 100%. So we just try to live by that, and man, it's worked out and continues to work out. We're trying to pay it forward, because if we're never more successful than we are right now, we've won the lottery already. Oh, yeah. So we should spend the rest of our life kind of paying it forward to help other people. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I would say to our audience right out now, I mean, SALTYmf, we want to deal with good people. I mean, we're like the good guys. People always say, first thought we were like the bad guys. We're like the good guys with attitude, not the bad guys. So it's no wonder that Wild Willies has been so successful with, what you're doing because of the people and the brand. But that loyal fan base is great. And I know that, we appreciate the early guys with us and ladies with us, because we wouldn't be here. I mean, if you don't have customers or fans, you can have a cool idea, but you're not going to be around that long. So. Anything you guys want to add to, what we've talked about today? I am going to be your first. I want that T-shirt, by the way. I want the first one.
You want the first one?
Yeah. I'll get your
number for you.
I'll get your signatures on it.
There you go.
Chris and Kerry's signature, first T-shirt. But guys, I
saw you repping the brand the other day.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Well, the resting beard face, by the way. Everyone loves the resting beard face. So if you've got a bearded Viking as a husband, friend, whatever he is, OnlyFans guy, whatever's going on out there. Get him the resting beard face. Funny shirt, but yeah, I love the gear, guys. I love the brand. I love the story and what you're about, and I really appreciate you guys, joining us to here. It's been fun, and if you don't have any closing words, fly under the radar. So Kerry's basically advice, and Chris's advice, and Tom Morton, bless his soul up above, fly under the radar. You don't have to be a show off in life. Just keep moving.
It's a good one.
Anything else?
Yeah, no, I think the reality is, I would say to people, whether you're employed somewhere and you're trying to find your way, or you're trying to build your own business, or you're just trying to find authentically who you are in life, if you're honest with yourself about what it is you want, right, and you take away the filter of whether you should or shouldn't want that, right, or how the world's going to feel about it, or what social media is going to think of you, and put all that shit to the side and just be true to yourself about what it is you really want out of life, and move in that direction. Whatever it is, you're doing the right thing, and the universe is in your favor.
I love it. I love it. The friggin' Kerry's the new Dalai Lama in our book, folks. Come get your friggin' philosophy and wisdom. We'll have it every Tuesdays, 3:30 from here on out on the GOAT.
The old philosopher.
Well, guys, I really appreciate
Thanks for having us,
buddy.
buddy.
Man.
Appreciate you,
It was
brother.
awesome,
Yep.
Kerry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
So, Goat Nation, thanks for listening. Wild Willies, check them out. Good guys, good brand. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Hey,